March 11th could mark a turning point for gig work in America. New proposals aim to reclassify freelancers as employees, impacting both workers and employers in significant ways. These proposals want companies to treat freelancers like regular employees, not just independent contractors. This legal shift sounds good on the surface, more money and protection for workers. But hold on, there's a flip side. This also means higher costs for companies, which might not be good news for anyone. They say people aren't making enough with their side hustles, and that's widening the gap between rich and poor. Remember how inflation is crushing everyone these days? The average family is shelling out an extra $11,500 a year just to stay afloat. That's like an extra $1,000 a month, money that could have gone towards rent or bills. Now, here's the scary part. The American economy isn't exactly rock solid. People might have to sell their cars, give up their side hustles, and say goodbye to their basic needs. The truth is, many Americans rely on 2 or 3 jobs to make ends meet. Gig work has become a crucial part of the puzzle. So, what happens if it disappears? With these changes looming, what can you do? Remember, this is just the first chapter. The story is far from over. I am a brainy investor. I discuss the American micro and macro economy. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the bell icon, and leave your thoughts in the comments below. Chapter 2. Biden Rule Reshapes Gig Economy. The Biden administration's January 9th rule throws the gig economy into uncertainty. Gig workers currently classified as independent contractors would become employees, entitled to minimum wage, overtime pay, and other benefits. This could mean higher costs for companies like Uber and DoorDash. In 2023, 64 million Americans freelanced, with over 10 million making it their full-time hustle. That's nearly 30% of the adult population. Currently, many gig workers operate as independent contractors, meaning they miss out on certain benefits and protections. This rule flips the script, potentially offering them more security and stability. Businesses, especially smaller players, are freaking out about potential cost increases and administrative headaches. Legal challenges are brewing, with many companies ready to fight this rule in court. Chapter 3. Behind the job market curtain. What the numbers aren't telling you. Rising labour costs under the new gig worker reclassification rules could trigger a tidal wave of layoffs in March. This is bad news for Americans already strapped with $11,400 annual burden for basic necessities. While official reports paint a rosy picture of the job market, a closer look reveals some concerning discrepancies. Here's the unfiltered truth. Forget the rosy reports. Landing a new job is getting tougher. Open positions have nosedived by over 15% according to Indeed. December's payroll gains of 261,000 might sound impressive. The government quietly erased 439,000 jobs from previous reports, painting a more inflated picture than reality. Whispers of interest rate cuts and a booming real estate market might sound tempting, but they could be just that, a mirage. Experts predict rates staying high until 2025, making those cuts seem less likely. So, why the disconnect? It's all about perception. Authorities want to maintain a facade of economic stability, but the cracks are starting to show. Chapter 4. Is big government becoming too big? For the first time ever, government employees in the US have surpassed 23 million. That's right, for every single government job, there are roughly 3 private sector workers. While some might view this as a sign of stability, others see a potential storm cloud brewing. Here's why. As the government expands, its reach inevitably grows. This translates to more influence on our lives, from where we live to what we do and how we do it. With 23 million employees, that's a lot of voices shaping the national conversation. The entire state of Florida has roughly 20 million people. Now imagine 23 million government employees. That's practically the population of Florida and half of New Jersey combined. This sheer size raises questions about efficiency and accountability. This 23 million figure isn't likely to stay stagnant. Expect calls for more welfare programs, universal basic income initiatives, and additional government subsidies as the job market and economy face challenges. While government employment rises, so does our national debt. From $16.38 trillion in 2022, we soared to $17 trillion in 2023. Can you guess where it's headed in 2024? Analysts predict a staggering $18 to $19 trillion, and there's no sign of it slowing down. This rising debt, coupled with potential defaults on consumer loans, paints a worrying picture for the future of the economy. Some experts even believe 2024 might be the year the economic collapse. Chapter 5. The Great Wealth Transfer. Some people call it the Great Wealth Transfer, others the Great Asset Heist. Whatever the name, one thing is certain. A major change is happening in America's economic landscape. The middle class, once the foundation of prosperity, is facing a clear reality. Their assets are being moved upwards, making the already wealthy even richer. At the core of this phenomenon lies a simple truth: debt. The middle class, weighed down by student loans, mortgages, and medical bills, is struggling to stay financially stable. Meanwhile, the money printing presses of the Federal Reserve keep running, raising asset prices and benefiting those with the resources to invest disproportionately. The consequences are clear. Over the next 2 years, we can expect millions to break free from the middle-class challenges and move to the top, accumulating fortunes in the process. But for every person moving up, there will be many others pushed down, their comfortable lives turning into a struggle. The question then becomes one of choice. Are you in the right career? Are you prepared to navigate this economic upheaval? This is where the real wealth transfer will happen. If you're in the right business, if you have a pile of cash, you can become a successful player in this economic environment. Buy those discounted assets, build your real estate empire, and watch your wealth grow. The choice is yours. Will you be a victim of the asset heist? Or will you become a player in the greatest wealth transfer in American history? Chapter 6. The Looming Skills Cliff and its Fallout on Wealth Distribution. A worrying prediction looms. Almost half of all skills currently used in the workforce will be outdated within 2 years. This stark forecast from a recent study by the online education platform edX presents a troubling image of a future where automation and artificial intelligence quickly make skills irrelevant. The survey, conducted among 800 executives from large companies, revealed a sobering truth. Even their own organizations are not immune to this transformation. 47% of respondents expressed anxiety about their workforce's preparedness for the coming changes. Now, consider the landscape of wealth distribution in America. A significant portion, over 60% of single-family homes, are owned by individuals aged 50 and above. This raises a critical question. What happens when this age group, facing a rapidly shifting skills landscape, is forced to adapt? Adapting to new technologies and acquiring new skills can be challenging for any age group, but the obstacles become even more formidable for older individuals. Learning new software systems, adapting to changing workflows, and mastering new technical skills may prove daunting for those nearing retirement. Moreover, rising inflationary pressures are pushing many retirees back into the workforce. The combination of outdated skills, economic stress, and an age group less at ease with continuous learning forms a perfect storm, potentially leading to a wave of asset sell-offs. We might see a heart-wrenching situation where diligent Americans who once imagined secure retirements backed by pensions and well-thought-out plans are compelled to sell their most significant asset, their homes. The unforeseen economic changes in recent years, not factored into their retirement plans, leave them exposed to this harsh reality. Chapter 7. The Double-Edged Sword of AI. The rise of AI creates an interesting paradox for the workforce. While some worry about widespread job loss and declining wages, others view it as a driver for enhanced productivity and possibly higher salaries. Navigating this intricate landscape demands a nuanced understanding of AI's dual impact. On one hand, AI unquestionably automates tasks that were once done by humans. This is evident in the growing utilization of AI-powered robots in manufacturing, chatbots in customer service, and algorithms in data analysis. Jobs considered repetitive or predictable are especially susceptible to automation, prompting worries about job cuts and stagnant wages. The recent wave of layoffs at major companies like Google, IBM, and Amazon further emphasizes this trend. With AI streamlining operations and reducing workforce size, the fear of job redundancy becomes a harsh reality for many workers. However, the story isn't entirely gloomy. AI also holds the potential to enhance human capabilities, fostering increased productivity and innovation. Employees who embrace AI and cultivate complementary skills can discover new opportunities and command higher salaries. Consider it this way. If you can use AI to automate repetitive tasks, you liberate yourself to concentrate on higher-level thinking, problem-solving, and creativity skills that are increasingly valuable in the AI-driven economy. This can result in promotions, new roles, and ultimately a higher salary. The key lies in adaptation and upskilling. The future demands a workforce equipped to collaborate with AI, not compete with it. Embracing continuous learning and acquiring skills in areas like data analysis, critical thinking, and communication will be crucial for navigating the AI revolution. Ultimately, the impact of AI on your salary depends on your willingness to adapt. Those who embrace the change and develop the skills to thrive in the AI-driven future stand to benefit from increased productivity and potentially higher salaries. However, those who resist or lack the necessary skills may face job displacement and wage stagnation. The choice is yours. Will you be an AI warrior wielding its power to enhance your career, or will you be a casualty of progress? The answer lies in your willingness to learn and adapt in the face of this transformative technology. Chapter 8: Cracks in the Housing Market. The housing market is experiencing a shift, and short sellers who benefit from price drops are seeing a chance as distress surfaces in the apartment sector. Rents have declined for 3 consecutive months, offering relief to struggling renters but signaling potential difficulties for landlords. The increasing cost of buying a starter home, now 60% higher than renting, makes home ownership less appealing. Rising mortgage rates and job losses create a perfect storm, causing potential home buyers to hesitate and potentially resulting in an excess of unsold inventory flooding the market. This surplus presents a substantial challenge for newly constructed apartment complexes, which are at a 50-year high. Attracting those desirable $3,000 a month renters might be challenging, compelling landlords to enhance their offerings. Free rent, relocation bonuses, and even daycare perks could become common in the competition for tenants. For the keen-eyed investor, this period of distress presents a potential goldmine. The great wealth transfer may be reaching a pivotal point, with assets forced into liquidation by those facing economic pressures. This is where everyday Americans with ambition and foresight can shine. It's a prime time to hire talent at discounted rates, disrupt established businesses, or even snatch up undervalued companies with strong potential. Many struggling businesses don't go through formal sales, they simply close their doors. Recognizing this hidden pool of opportunity could be the key to building future wealth. The next 24 months could be the most crucial period for wealth creation in American history. Those who remain proactive, embrace the changing landscape, and capitalize on emerging opportunities have the potential to secure their financial future and ride the wave of the great wealth transfer. However, this is not an encouragement for taking advantage of others. Instead, it's an urging for strategic action, thoughtful risk-taking, and a comprehensive understanding of the economic forces in motion. By navigating this intricate landscape with a combination of ambition and responsible decision-making, individuals can not only safeguard their own future, but also potentially contribute to a more resilient and dynamic economy.